Alright guys, so we have finally came up with the solution to fix FP Truck Fest. Fix, yes. We say fix because it was a great show. There's a lot of great things to do with the show, but there's also a lot of problems, and we're not someone that's in realization that it's not here. Now, a lot of shows would just continue how they are because obviously the show is selling out. We have a ton of people showing up. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not broken. But it could be better, right? It could be.
It's time to stop the bullshit.
It's time to stop the bullshit.
And so we have some ideas, some things we came up with. If you were looking to get registered for FP Truck Fest as a truck owner, it just got way better. In my opinion, we've came up with the ultimate fix, but the ultimate show and shine / just truck owner experience. If you're bringing a truck to FP Truck Fest, your experience just got much better. So, you know, we fixed the roads, stuff like that, but like overall, show and shine really hasn't changed.
Welcome to Disney World for your truck.
Correct. So the only thing that had really changed for show and shine is, I think since I've started the show, prices have only went up $20. And that's pretty crazy considering how much money we spend on the property, how many new additions we make, and really like, if you're one of the first people to buy our passes before they sell out, like for the $100 or the $120, you get a great experience. Mm-hmm. You park in the middle of the show. I think we have arguably one of the best show and shine lots because our show is really focused on the show and shine trucks because we have nice gravel parking lots. Yes, we know the dust is a problem. We can't really do anything about it, guys. I don't think anyone realizes how much money it costs to have this large a gravel parking lot. This large of like an area in asphalt, you're talking millions of dollars.
Millions, and it just
in just asphalt, and it's not realistic. And here's the other reason why: because if I asphalt the entire property, there will be burnouts on every corner of the property.
You'll have 4 acres of burnouts.
We know y'all are taters. You know, we know our people, but we still provide a place for y'all to have fun. So we have actually been working on this. I got this idea probably 3 months ago when we brought JP on board. I told him, I was like, hey, this is going to sound crazy, because I don't want to sell show and shine passes anymore. We're going to sell something called a chaos pass. So show and shine passes are now dead. Now, if you've been to FP Truck Fest or you came to 4.0 and you had to buy a secondhand pass, you probably overpaid for it. And I know of people selling truck passes for $500 to $1,000, and you guys were paying them, and like we appreciate that. That is crazy. There's personally not a truck show that I would pay $500 to $1,000 to park my truck in. But you guys were doing it to come to our show.
That's not the goal for what we do. It's really right. Not. It's more or less we do this for y'all.
It's supposed to be an affordable show.
Correct.
That anyone can come to. It does not matter your level of truck. We do not care. This is the people's show. It is for you to have fun, for you to experience it. So we have came up with all of these things. First things I want to address on registration that will inevitably cost you money if you don't listen, because I will not let you pick your pass up and I will refund your money. No bikes. We don't have room for that. We don't want that type of crowd. Sorry. There's just nowhere to put it.
Bikes, side by sides, I don't care. Expeditions, golf carts.
Yeah.
Golf carts are vendor only. It's been that way for a long time.
Well,
no need to change that up. And
the thing is like the bikes brings in a whole different crowd, and we're not hating on that community. It's just, it's FP Truck Fest. This is what it's about. So many trucks want to come to this. We really have to limit what we allow in so that all the trucks that want to participate in the activities can get in. So we got no SUVs, Yukons, Tahoes, stuff like that. Like, sorry if this offends you. It just doesn't really do anything for what we're trying to do, and it doesn't really add any participation or chaos to the mix. Like, and sorry if that offends you. It's just my opinion of what I want to do. No cars, and I'm not saying that one day we won't have a car version of this at the drag strip, but this is not it. This is FP Truck Fest. This is for taters to be taters. Doesn't matter if it's gas or diesel, but it is for trucks. No Jeeps. I've never really had a problem with that. I think
never had a problem, but like you said, it doesn't
I think I've
to what we're trying to accomplish.
2 Jeeps here over the years, and like they never really hurt anything, but it's just like, I mean, it's just kind of an unspoken rule here. No squatted trucks. I am going to enforce this. I do not believe in this. I'm not hating on you guys or your choices or your culture. I just don't believe in it, and I don't support it. And I don't support the crowd it brings in and how they act. You know,
typically that is the younger crowd that, and again, not hating, because I was once there. Sometimes I still am there.
He was a tater.
But I know how y'all act.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear.
And we're not wanting the crowd that like stands in a circle and like is revving their Chevy 1500s. Like that's just not our crowd here. This is a truck enthusiast show. We're not looking to do audio. We're not looking to do squatted trucks. Like that's just not our crowd. I'm sorry if, like I said, if that offends you. Spectate the show. You're still going to have a great time. You just can't bring your truck inside. I will deny the registration once you come to pick it up. Because there's a whole story about registration now about how that's fixed. But the Silver Chaos Pass. So the Silver Pass at the last show, I believe, was $100. It might have been $80, but it didn't come with a wristband. So when you got to the gate, yeah, that's $40. So you're paying $120 off the rip. So now it's $180, but it comes with your wristband. So that's $60 more. Like you're like, all right, why did it increase? Well, we had to go make custom products that only allows one person to buy it and requires their driver's license. And we're having to staff a registration tent to fix people's secondhand selling passes. We don't ship the passes anymore either. So,
we'll get into that. I got all
we'll go there here in a minute, but people can't buy 10 passes anymore and resell them to make
bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
but this, the cool thing about the Chaos Pass is this is going to allow you to compete in all of this. So you get one wristband, you're getting judged for show and shine. You also get to go in the Burnout pit anytime that it's non-competition. If you want to go in the Burnout pit during competition, you have to pay the $100 to enter the competition. Now that just means you're getting in it for the money, and you need to have a pretty competitive truck at that point because the Burnout comp is getting really good here. So basically with the Silver Chaos Pass those, it lets you do all of these. Friday is a no competition day for all of these. So if you want to do any of these and guarantee a spot on the dyno, the dirt drag, or the Burnout pit, Friday's your fun day. It's like you went to Disneyland and you got an all access pass for your truck. You can do all of these and not pay $1 because you got a Chaos Pass. So we're really making the most affordable, fun truck show pass.
Everything's included. You pay one time, everything is included. There's no, man, I gotta try to find a pass on Facebook 6 months down the road. We didn't like that. Nobody liked that. Right. You guys didn't like it, we didn't like it. So, with this custom product being designed, what that does is it gives you guys a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee for a 1 day of fun. Simple. Math is math.
And that's a lot for $180. And that includes, like I said, one wristband, which is a $40 value. So you're really paying $140 for your truck to be in there and to participate. Now let me do some math for you. If you bought a Silver Pass at the last show and then you hopped on the dyno, you already spent more than this. So now you were getting in and you were getting to participate. And you don't have to do any of these things. You can still do show and shine, but more than likely, even if you just buy this pass to do show and shine, you've still saved money because of what people were doing with secondhand pass sales. So I put a lot of money into the website to make custom products to where people can't buy a bunch of these. So that's kind of where the price increase came from. I've always kept my prices low, and I do not want you guys to think I'm gouging you. I am literally just trying to cover some of the expenses of not only having to do a full registration tent and crack down on the registration. Like, you can go on the website and you can buy one of these. There's no like registration there, but if you apply to any of these and you go to the registration tent, they're not going to let you pick it up. So
we're very strict. Please do not try it.
Please don't try the spotted trucks. Don't tell me it's only leaning 4 inches. A little lean is fine, guys. I have trucks with a little lean.
Yeah, we don't
but
want
like if it's sitting like this, you're not getting sold a pass. Also, no cars. People can't understand that this last time. And and if you have a stock truck, like just a bone stock truck, just leave it in spectator block, guys. Don't clog up these passes just so you can get a better parking spot. Like, because this is, there's 350 gold passes and there's 1,000 silver passes. That is only 1,350 non-vendor trucks that can come in. There ends up being about 1,800 to 1,900 trucks here. So if you take these, that's less trucks that you see competing, doing burnouts on the road, all the stuff that you want to see all weekend. So just think about that. And then the gold, the obvious only difference between gold and silver is where you park. $40 more and you get to be up on the hill. And gold is a really cool spot, I think. You get easier access in, so these passes always sell fast. Mm-hmm. You get easier access in, but now silver has it pretty good with our new roads.
With the 2 new roads, man, silver lot's not bad.
Non-transferable, you are required to have your driver's license to match the order to even pick it up at the registration tent. So if you do not have your driver's license and or some proof of your legal identification, you're not picking it up. That's
So
all
when you
there is.
order your pass, with that being said, please use the name that is on your ID. I go by JP, my name is James. Put James on the, you know what I mean? Put James on the order.
Yeah.
That way, when it gets up there, there's no questions. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, just
it
be
says
smart.
full legal name in the box.
Yeah,
but
just be smart.
Just y'all read the fine print. Also, to address the burnout payouts or the dyno, or I'm gonna have mostly all of my trucks there, and I'm gonna be competing in almost all of this. If I win anything, because I use outside judging for everything, or if it's just numbers from the dyno, like if I win anything, I am not eligible for the purse. It goes down to the next person. Now, I took that advice from JH with the Cletus crew. I talked to him about it. He said that's what they did. I still want to compete just like you guys, and I want to win. Even though it's, you know, my own event, like it's not.
So you still have to compete.
Yeah, I should still be able to compete. And most competitors don't have a problem with that unless you're scared. So,
Scared to go to church.
you'll pick up your passes at the gate at the event. There's actually going to be a registration tent. We will post, you know, a map and show you where that's going to be. More than likely, it'll be near the four-way at the end of the road. But more news to come. We have a lot going on in the background. You know, we have a lot of new people. We got a new camera guy. He's behind the camera right now. He can't wave at you. We got JP. You know, we got a crew coming together to give you guys the best experience possible. JP has took on the task of not only helping me sell stuff, but helping me with the day-to-day show stuff, because I've been doing all this stuff myself. All the planning I've done myself for the past 4 shows. And then everyone...
Let me tell y'all, it's a lot. Y'all would not believe it, man. Y'all would not believe it.
The amount of phone calls that happens before the show is unknown.
I got 2 phone calls today asking about, I think it was a 17-year-old kid, man, asking if he can come to the event.
Yeah. Oh, it's not an 18 and up or a 21 and up event, guys, either. It's like, and if you went to, let's just be honest, if you went to 3.0, it was a little much. It was a little rowdy. It was a lot more people than we were expecting. We've actually now rescheduled the place to where we can hold the people that we want.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is, it's just a better time. And that's the most important thing, because I would rather have less people here that had a better time than 20,000 people
That were miserable the whole
that are
time,
all mad
you know?
and miserable because they sat in traffic or couldn't get food. Like, and we fixed all those problems. 3.0 was near 20,000 people. 4.0 was about 11, and that's good. 11 seemed to be like our just, that was our spot, man.
It was constant motion, but like it wasn't too much.
The place was full. It had room, but you could walk, you could drive our golf cart still too, and like another thing we're going to work on for the show, guys, is we are going to set a time for you guys to meet all of us. A lot of you drive very far. You come from other states. You come from Canada. Like, we have a lot of Canadians that come here, and we appreciate you guys. But we're going to set a time that me and the boys are at our merch booth or at our trucks to take pictures and sign stuff, because that's something that's been very requested. And I finally have some help to run the show, so it's possible now. Because I can, you know, put JP in charge of it, and then, you know that everything is good for an hour to spend some time with you guys. So yeah, I can spare
Just
about an hour. You know, you guys don't have, you know, radios and hear all the problems, but that's, you know, that's for me to deal with and for you guys to have fun. I don't want anyone else to have to deal with my problems. But yeah, I'm really excited for 5.0. It is going to be the craziest event yet. We've actually started clearing the woods out, making more room. We have, you know, a lot more space being freed up, but we have to decide what we're going to do with it. So exciting news in the future. And then obviously the elephant in the room of the dirt drag track. Where's that going to go? So
Man, somewhere on property.
it will be on property, obviously, but the dirt drag track is going to take over the right side of Silver Lot. You guys will see the dozers come in, and a lot more of that happen throughout videos over the winter. We're kind of slowly creeping into that because it's not a level surface.
A lot of earth has to be moved.
Yeah, we're moving a lot of dirt, and the more that dozer runs, the more money it is. So we dump approximately $200,000 to $300,000 back into this property every time we have a show in new additions.
Yeah, y'all got. I mean, this place was never built to host 2,000 or 10,000, 10,000, 15,000 people at a show. It was never meant for that.
2,000 trucks.
2,000 trucks, yeah.
It was just a bunch of parking lots that happened to all connect, and then this happened to work, and it's beautiful, man. It's really like when this place is full, it's my favorite time. Like, you guys might see me stressed running around, but I'm happy. Don't
Tell
worry.
you, Jamestown is popping about eight days out of the year.
Yeah, Jamestown appreciates this too. You know, we get a lot of support from the locals. of them telling us like, hey, we appreciate what it brings to the town, like something to do. This was a very, I'm gonna say, dull area. You know, they have their own little flavor and their own little like culture here, and we are definitely a culture shock for Jamestown. We are nothing like anything that's ever been here,
But like you said,
or really anywhere, man. This can't be replicated.
No.
There's not properties, and you know, we're gonna probably see some imposters pop up over the next couple of years.
I think we already started to see them, you know.
I can name a couple, but that doesn't matter.
They hate us because they ain't us.
You know, it's not a competition though. It's not. This show has never been about that. It's about people having fun, and we think that our new Chaos Pass deal. And you guys may hate this. You may tell me, "Oh, I'm greedy," blah blah blah. You guys, you don't even realize like how much work went into just making this to where people can't buy them and sell them like they're trading cards. Like, but yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think I would rather have 1,400 or what is it, 1,350 enthusiasts than I would 1,000 enthusiasts, and then the other 300 passes are just traded around so people can get better parking spots.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I have a feeling about that. Like, people shouldn't be able to make money off a show like that. Like, especially when I sell the pass
you
for
can't do it-
100
you can't
and
do
then
it
you sell it
anywhere
for 500.
You can't do it at any other show.
There's no show that has its own economy off of its passes, which is crazy. But we're here to stop that, hopefully. Yeah.
I don't think we had one person wait over 10 minutes to get in this place last time, and I want to keep it that way.
Man, yeah, it was great. The traffic actually never touched the four-way. Spectators even rolled in very fast because the neighbor made provisions. Yes, it has gotten more expensive, and we're aware of that. We're working on that. It's not me.
Yeah, we have no control over that. That's not our property or our decision. So.
Yeah, I don't get $1 out of that, so I do want to point that out. But so the way that it's going to work, if you buy a pass, 30 days before the event, you decide, I can't make it, I just blew my truck up, blah, blah, blah. You get a 50% refund, and why we're only doing 50% is because it's a pretty big deal to remake the packets and to sort through all the website stuff.
Yeah,
so
once again, it's a one-of-one product. When you buy it, you bought it.
Well,
so
we
now
put all the packets together that you guys are going to receive. Me, my mom, my girlfriend, JP. One of us does all this, and you're talking thousands of packets. So if, you know, last minute everybody's like, oh, I want a refund, you know, well, then we have to refund those and let those sell again. So it's kind of an inconvenience fee at that point. But yeah, you can get a 50% refund up to 30 days before the event. After the 30 days, everything is locked, and we are building packets for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and it's going to be pretty crazy. Had some questions about the bar. Why is there no liquor? I personally like liquor, so I get it, guys.
Crown Apple and Sprite.
Crown Apple and Sprite's my drink of choice, but here's my thing. Liquor creates a drunkenness that makes you act different. Beer's a little different. It's a lot more tameable. We got rid of a lot of the liquor at this last show, and it was definitely noticeable. Here's the other thing. Not that I wouldn't serve you guys in a full-service bar like that. I can't. Jamestown's a dry county. There's only one place in Jamestown that can serve liquor, and they have a state grant, and there's not a chance that the state is giving my 26-year-old ass a state grant to sell liquor at a truck show with 15 to 20,000 people.
Especially considering the 15 to 20,000 people are typically between the ages of 18 and 28.
Now, you guys did not touch my beer stash at the last one. You know, if you saw the 20 pallets of beer I brought in, y'all didn't put a dent in that. So kind of disappointed in y'all on that one. Yeah, I really thought.
I put a bigger dent in it by myself.
JP drank more than y'all.
I like some old cold beer. I think I'm going to have one.
But yeah, anyways, lots of forward progress with the show. That's always our goal, is to make it better every time and to make the experience better, man, because a truck show that's aimed more towards you having fun and the experience you get from the moment you come in the gate is a lot better than a truck show that is aimed in how much money can we make. So, and I think that's really what separated us since I started this show, because I never wanted to be a show promoter. I never wanted to make money off of this. In fact, the first 2 shows I did, I lost money. But now we take the profits, we invest them in the property, we make more YouTube videos for you guys, and I think it's pretty cool. I think we all get something good out of this, and I think it's created a lot of opportunities in my life, and definitely a lot of opportunities in my employees' lives. And you know, obviously, if we didn't have cool things like this, as just a shop owner, you can't do as much cool stuff as we do.
Yeah, no.
Which we're very blessed with you guys buying merch and stuff like that. FitzgeraldPerformance.com. Put the plug on the screen. Anyways, we're very blessed with stuff like that, and our parts stuff that we're starting to look more into. But definitely the shows help fund our lifestyle and the things we want to do and the cool trucks we want to build and the information that we want to spread. But what else we got? We got anything
Man,
else
we've
cool?
got our, you gonna talk about our new merch building, where the booth would possibly be at for 5.0?
Yeah. Throw it on the screen. So this is actually going to be a 40 by 80 building. It is in the back, located by the bar. And during the next show, it should be getting finished up probably middle of February, like dried in, air conditioning done, everything, probably middle of February. So once we get that thing done, it's kind of, if it's too close to the show, we're not going to be able to move our merch. So like to be continued on where you're going to buy merch at our show. Because it's either going to be out of the front of this building or it's going to be out of the front of that building. We have to see. Because vendors, big news for you guys too, our new building has a lot more bathrooms in it. That's been a big request. And as a vendor, like, you know, if you don't know the experience you get at FP Truck Fest, try it once. You won't want to go anywhere else. Like,
I would tell them to try it once, but it's typically sold out pretty quick.
yeah, actually vendor registration is sold out already and it hasn't even dropped.
If you'd like to be put on the list, feel free to give me a call.
We have a wait list, but everyone from the last show has already bought back and they're
On
ready.
top of that, we did lose some space in the back with the new building. So
Yeah.
with expansion, you know.
Everyone wants a bigger booth. Sorry vendors, we just can't because we lost probably, I call it 200 foot of vendor space because of how big the building is and where it is. And that is actually where you're gonna find our builds, like our personal trucks, my Peterbilt, all that stuff. They are now gonna be in the back. So that's where you're gonna find all that. And then we have some new vendors moving in up front that we will address at a later date.
Obviously, when you build an expensive truck, you get concerned about certain things, dust, people drawing on the trucks, that kind of thing.
Which is inevitable when you have a rowdy crowd, but should never happen.
Yeah, correct.
Like,
There's no excuse for it.
4.0, I didn't really hear of anything happening. Like
No.
I said, 3.0, 20,000 people running amok, and you know, us not being prepared for 20,000, I'll take some blame in that category. If you didn't come to 4.0 because of 3.0, I apologize. You know, we couldn't prepare for that, and I do urge you to try 5.0 because man, it's a different animal.
Yeah.
It really is.
One of the things I feel like we were missing was the SEMA truck quality. That's one thing that doesn't really come here a lot, and I know a lot of you guys enjoy that, to see the cool 4-links, coilover conversions, all that extra stuff. And me personally, I enjoy it. I know Blake enjoys it. He's built them before too.
We've been in that industry, me and you, for years now, and it's kind of weird because I'm in between horsepower and show, and I kind of go back and forth on what I'm building and who I'm around, and I go to all of it. So like for me, it was like, man, where's all my lifted truck dudes that I've known and grown up? But
We found a solution, as always.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out. The building next door.
we worked out a deal to rent it, so we are going to have approximately 3/4 of the inside of that building. It's lighted, it's indoor, it's vented, it has private bathrooms, and there is going to be an indoor VIP section. Now we have worked with a vendor. We'll disclose information
I
at a
don't
later
want to disclose
date.
any names yet. So
It's there's 3 companies that are going to be in this building. They took the
three really
entire
good companies
building.
out of Florida. So.
Yeah, some Florida people have stepped forward because, you know, really the only thing this show was missing was the SEMA trucks.
It was missing it.
They had been here hit and miss. You know, we'd had some big trucks, but I noticed at 4.0 we didn't really have any. And it's not that their truck is any better than anyone else's. It's that these guys have built $300,000
Yeah, if I'm
like
dropping
show
that
trucks
kind of money.
they don't drive them. They sit in a building. They trailer them here. They have them washed and they sit the whole weekend. So for us, it's like, well, how can we give this truck the experience too? That way, as a spectator, you guys get to see everything. You get horsepower, you get show trucks, you get just, you know, everyday 2G swap trucks, just laying heaters on the road. Like, it's such a mix of culture. And it's like every version of a truck owner on one property.
Yeah, how do you put them all in one spot and let them
Yeah.
love each other? That's
And
what
then even spectators, whether they're people that just like trucks, want to own a truck, look up to people that own trucks. Like, we also, you know, something about FP Truck Fest is we have all the biggest influencers here because, you know, we're friends with them and they're good people and they want to be a part of this, and this is one of their favorite shows of the year, and y'all really show out for that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they feel the love. You know, they say some of their best sales of the year and their best interactions come from this show.
Yeah, something I do. I call every single vendor after the show. Every single one of them, I get feedback. You know, and
Well,
it's
we've
pretty
actually
cool. It's pretty cool to hear some of the stuff that we hear.
the 80 vendors. Me and JP, He's called some of them on his own, but me and him have been like sitting at the desk. We got our new offices set up here in the showroom. We've been kind of setting up like phone calls daily, calling vendors. Hey man, how was your experience? What's wrong? What could be fixed? And we take input. Most people are not willing to admit that there's anything wrong with their event and or move forward. But the indoor VIP building, like I said, is going to create a huge opportunity for the SEMA level trucks, you know, the frame off trucks, like these trucks that you want to go to SEMA and see, but they're afraid to come here. But they want to come here because at night, I promise, they ain't going to be standing there with their truck.
No.
The trucks are going to be locked up, and they're going to be at the Burnout pad enjoying everything.
Right yonder way.
Oh man, I forgot about one bulletin point that we did not talk about.
What?
So I like to think of the Burnout pad as the Coliseum because it's the kings of chaos.
Oh man.
And I have devised a plan that is very diabolical, and every vendor I spoke to on it bought into the plan immediately. We're gonna have a bunch of containers surrounding the like outskirts of the Burnout pit to kind of make this Coliseum feel. Gives, you know, vendors somewhere to advertise, and we are gonna be creating vendor lounges on top of the containers. So they back us and they love us, we love them, and we all have a good relationship. But yeah, we're gonna be making it kind of like a Coliseum over there, and we're also gonna be adding to the tip-in, and we're gonna be adding an obstacle course in the Burnout comp. And you will see that. I'm still working out the details. Just know that we spend every day sitting here thinking like, man, how could we make a truck show cooler?
Yeah, it's not a 9 to 5, fellas. We talk about this at dinner. We talk about this. We've been playing Fortnite at night. And just, man, what can we do to get better?
Yeah,
you know?
we'll be on Fortnite like, man, what about FP 5.0?
We've been running duels on some OG no build, and man, what can we do to make it better?
What can we do? We normal dudes, man, we just live in the dream. You know, we're very blessed. But yeah, FP 5.0, March 13th, 14th, November 30th. Drop that on the screen, the timer, whatever.
4 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah, this Sunday.
Pacific, not East. I don't care. The other one's Central, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and that is this Sunday. If you're seeing this video, it is. It's gonna be crazy. I think it is going to sell out at a very, very rapid rate. The last show sold out in 18 hours. It released at midnight, and by what was it, 6 o'clock the next day, I had not one pass left, and I had hundreds of people messaging me like, hey man, you gotta have one pass left. And when it sells out, it sells out.
You gotta think that was at midnight too. I mean, I didn't stay up that late.
Yeah.
You know, like
and that was a problem. See,
yeah.
Another instance, a problem that we fixed. We released it at midnight, and I realized that was an issue because a lot of like just your blue collar guys, your normal truck guys are asleep.
Yeah.
And so all the gold passes were sold out by 4 a.m.
Yep.
So when whenever
everybody on the East Coast woke up, they'd gone.
Silver was all that was left, and silver is still a great opportunity, especially now. The new road to silver made silver a much better place to be. There's no difference between the lots, just elevation.
We will stop hating on you for going to silver.
We're not hating on silver lot. Silver lot is great opportunity at this point, because also when you're in silver, you now get to tailgate the dirt drags. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so now we made it 4 p.m. and it's on a Sunday. Everyone should be off work, majority. Everyone should be awake. Everyone should be.
We figured
even
that
if
was
you
the
work
best
night
time.
shift.
Yeah, that was the best time of the week that everybody's just kind of like winding down. They have nothing else to do. Like, let's go check out the computer and let's get logged in. Let's get some passes ordered. That type of thing.
So 1 pass per person, guys. If you have a couple trucks, you can try and reach out to one of us, and we may sell you a second one if we know you and we know that you bring multiple trucks to shows. But keep in mind that truck will have to be at the registration tent to get the sticker put on it.
Correct.
Like, we're not just going to hand it to you and you go up the road and sell it at Walmart. Like, it ain't gonna work like that. We don't want to be that strict either, though. I was always very, very loose with my guidance, and I was so loose at 3.0.
Unfortunately, some people take that and they run with it. Not only do they run, they sprint.
They took advantage of me at 3.0 of my looseness and my welcoming. Because you got to keep in mind, you guys are in my home, and we have welcomed you in, and we have prepared for weeks and months and everything on how to make your experience the best. So, you know, just don't throw trash on the ground. Have a good time. We had a lot more trash cans at this last show. Throw the trash in it. It was honestly
the trash was
better than it's ever been.
Y'all did a great job, but you can do better.
Oh, something I'm also going to offer. If you want to help clean up trash on Sunday, I've had a lot of people offer this, and I've always said no because I didn't feel like it was right. A lot of you, I mean, I've had hundreds every show be like, man, there's trash everywhere. Can we help? We appreciate what you do. if you want to help us on Sunday, me, Bubba, Joey, and JPE, and new guy, we're pretty much almost brain dead on Sunday. Like we really don't have anything left in us because we've slept a max of 6 hours in 3 days. So if you want to help us, we will gladly let you help, and repay you in some way that we can, whether, you know, whatever we see fair.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's free in life. We do believe that, but it's much appreciated too that you guys like care enough about the property and the show that you're like, man, there's trash everywhere. I can't stand this, because this is our home.
Because even if not, we will spend 3 to 4 days picking up trash. Just
Because the trash is the only thing we have to do when you guys leave. We have to put shit up, and then we have to clean up trash before that any of us can go on a vacation or take a couple days off. So
yeah,
it means a lot to us, but you don't have to. Like I said, that's just an option. People have been asking me for years, and I've always said no. Time to let people help me. I don't really do that. Any other things you want to touch on? I know we have some exciting news coming up in some videos soon.
Yeah, man, we talked about alcohol. Obviously, 21 and up alcohol only.
We may widen our range of what alcohols we offer.
The no coolers thing, I know that was kind of an issue last time. We're not against coolers. We're against outside alcohol, if that makes more sense. Obviously, we've got to check coolers. We got to check truck beds for. You guys are bringing in Crown bottles and stuff. Like, man, we can't have that. It just, like you said it earlier, it turns into an issue. So it's not the no coolers thing. It's more or less of a no outside alcohol.
It's what comes with it. You know, liquor just makes you a different person. We'll be honest on that one.
Yeah.
And it usually doesn't bring out the good in people. So, and we're not against it. Like I said, it's just us changing that rule changed the vibe of the entire show. Every vendor told us. Every person participating told us, like, man, this is crazy. This is so much different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a little bit of alcohol control goes a long way. But all it is on the coolers, guys, like, we had a lot of questions of, like, if you're bringing in food for your kids, if you have a medical condition, like, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
The no coolers is just to deter alcohol and make it like the less coolers there is, the less we have to check. But if you roll up to the gates and you have a cooler and we look in it, it's water and sandwich meat, bro, you're good. Like, we're going to check it, and if there's no alcohol, you have no problem, but don't buy it at the gas station, hide it in the truck, and then when we find it, get mad at us.
Yeah.
Because you passed 5 signs on the way in that say it. And we're not gouging you, so it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to carry a cooler around all day? We have literally 2 to 3 bar locations. We usually have a pop-up bar at the Burnout pad, and then a bar here, so it's like, it's not like you can't drink and have fun. So, also, we had a problem with a bartender or two. At the last show. If you had a problem with them, just know I know what it is, and I took care of it. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Not gonna talk about that yet. He's trying to let out all our secrets, guys. We can't give them all. But yeah, now anything to add?
Man, I think that about covers it, man. Like, this pretty much says it.
Hell of a deal. $180 and you can do all this. Like I said, competition, like, so we're working out the dirt drag logistics. I can't tell you when it's gonna start, what the payouts are, what the classes are. I'm working on it every day. I don't know much about dirt drags, so I'm not only trying to get the surface prepped, we're bringing our tractor from the drag strip. I'm gonna probably have to buy some equipment. And you know, it takes a lot of effort to just take on a whole nother form of competition, because I'm gonna have to have concrete barriers, I'm gonna have to have a porta tree, like a lot is gonna go into that, and it's not gonna make me any more money.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, we're trying to make the experience better. And also, here's one thing I want to point out. That doesn't just get used for dirt drags. And that's all I'm going to say for that. That's all I got to say.
Man.
That's a lot of dirt in a straight line. What can you do with it?
I got an idea.
Dyno, like I said, Friday, no admission. So but your numbers on Friday do not count towards the competition unless you pay to enter the comp. So you can do it on Friday or Saturday, but Friday is mostly for the spectators. Saturday is when the big boys are going to hop on the dyno. That's normally how that works, unless somebody's just wanting to leave and they want to go up there and throw a big number and then, hey, mail me a check. You know, it happens. It's dyno comps. But yeah, show and shine judging is Saturday at 2 p.m. You can move around as much as you want on Friday. Keep in mind, don't cruise, guys. Like cruising and like 20 people in the truck bed, like you just create a lot more problems for me when you do that. especially when you're like revving on it and somebody falls out and they bust their head on the concrete. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Tomorrow we're gonna update you guys on some of the additions to the property, and kind of go over what's changed, what's gonna change, and everything that should be here for 5.0. And then we'll do a shop update too. You know, we always like to let you guys know what's happening. But Bubba's on vacation. Joey just went on vacation, so me and JP are and Porky are the last.
Should we introduce the new guy?
Yeah, come on around.
Come on, Porky.
Come on around. He's like, man, this is my moment.
Come on, Porky. You get
so
it.
this is Pork. He's actually from Tennessee. He's going to be our new camera guy. You've probably seen him. He was Pork Media, and now what's your decision on your new username?
Change it to FP_Porky.
Man, I mean, you guys dedicated. That's Pork is, you know, he's going to be a good addition to the team. We got to have a full-time guy, and we got to have somebody that's passionate, willing to learn. I'm not at 100% of my capabilities. I know you're not either, and I know you're not either. So, like, as we all grow and learn with each other, it's a very beautiful thing to see everybody kind of like figure out who they are and what they're supposed to be doing in life. And we're all kind of older. We're all kind of like, I think this is it. So we should have 2026 for the YouTube channel and like the truck show should be a crazy year because we got some crazy builds planned. We're not just going to be building the same 4th and 5th gens over and over and over and over. But I think
old school stuff. Got some man.
Yeah, we got 2 old trucks we're building. I think we're going to take something to SEMA. Peterbilt needs a lot more work.
I do like Vegas.
Man, Vegas this time of year just hits different. But, all right, so tomorrow we will give you guys the update on what's going on in the shop. Guys, if only I had a hoodie from Fitzgerald Performance, I really wouldn't be that cold right now. Hit the website, by the way. Everything's in stock and shipping. Also, Black Friday sale, BLK10 is our Black Friday code. 10% off. We don't ever do website sales, so take advantage of that while you can. That's actually the first website sale we've ever ran. So BLK10 until December 1st, 10% off everything on the website. But in the back here, as you can see, this is the entrance for Silver Lot. We have an excavator going over there. They have cleared about 100-foot back, and then we cleared all of the woods around this little, like, I think it's a water/electrical station. Not really sure what they got going on here. That's the city's. Can't move that. But yeah, we actually pushed back to the property line, and then over here, we have cleared the entire woods. Everything between me and that excavator right now, tree-wise, is going to be gone in the next couple days. So they brought the big excavator out, and then they took the small one back there. We're gonna be clearing it all, making some room, making more room for more trucks, more activities, more FP Truck Fest, what everybody wants. But like I said, registration drops on Sunday, guys. Don't miss it. This is gonna be the best event yet. And then, man, we're already planning stuff for 6.0 that's gonna change everything. So, like I said, if the show keeps evolving and you guys keep coming back and you keep loving it, we're just gonna keep dumping money back into this event to make it cooler, more fun, more convenient. We're working on like the spectator conveniences. You know, we're working on building a bathroom building to where you guys don't have to use porta potties and stuff like that. But that stuff is very expensive and only used twice a year. So it's something we also got to keep in our minds. But appreciate y'all for watching. Big changes for FP Truck Fest, and I will see y'all March 13th and 14th. See you, love you, bye.